You've probably heard by now that you create your own reality. And it's true, you do. It's true that you are an extremely powerful being, able to emanate vibrations that can create whole structures and universes instantly. But I understand also that a lot of times it doesn't feel like you're the creator of your own reality. And a lot of times it doesn't feel like you are truly that powerful. And that's why I want to share with you in this video something very special. And it's just an opportunity for you to remember a little bit better how it is that you actually use this power to create your own reality. We understand that people learn that thinking about something makes it real, in the law of attraction, that what you think about becomes reality. But if that were the case, then we'd probably all be millionaires and have, all these babes around us. And I'm joking, obviously, but the essence of what I mean is there. And so it becomes confusing. But what we want to turn some attention to is the way in which your thoughts create your reality. Because truly, it's actually the essence of the way you're thinking about it, which is what attracts like vibrations. So when you think about a certain idea or subject, understand that what will happen while you think about it, this is literally the process with which your mind works too. When you start thinking about something, it becomes easier and easier to think about it. It starts to build a momentum, is the word that resonates the most with me to use. Your thoughts create a certain momentum to them. So if you start thinking about something, what'll end up happening, even if you only have one sentence worth of thoughts about it, if you focus on that one sentence and you don't let it go, what'll happen is you'll attract another sentence and another until you've got full-on novels rampaging in your mind about this subject. Because what happens when you think about something is the essence of that thought attracts from the ether of the universe more thoughts that are a vibrational match for that thought. So if you start thinking, for example, about success as a whole, what'll end up happening is you'll start attracting more and more thoughts that are about success. See, we live in what we refer to as an inclusion-based universe. Everything is included. Nothing is excluded. All options are present. And what we mean by this is that whatever you focus on, you include in your vibration. You include whatever you focus on in your vibration. And that vibration is what attracts things into your reality that resonate with that essence. So, more clearly said, if you think about success while feeling success, you attract success and the feeling of it into your life, and that becomes reality. If you think about failure and you say, no, I don't want failure, understand that you can't say no to the universe. There's no such thing as no in this universe. There's only yes. There is no no. So when you focus on something, you include the vibration of it into you and you manifest that reality. If you say, I'm the creator of my reality, no, I don't want to experience traffic today. Congratulations, because you've just included the vibration of traffic into your reality. Because you focused on it, because you thought about it, because you contemplated the feeling of being in that traffic and you even gave it any attention at all. See, if you don't want something in your reality, it's not like a person that comes and knocks on your door and you say, no, go away. And you just expect that they're going to leave. It doesn't work that way in our universe, because by you even giving something attention and energy, you include it in your vibration, and your vibration is what creates your reality. You see what we're saying? So it's important to understand this distinction, and we're really trying to put this in this video in a way that's very practical and simple, because this really works, and you'll try it and you'll see and you'll reflect and you'll see that this has always been the way that it's been happening. So if I'm driving, and this has literally happened in my reality, I'm sharing this example because it's literally hilarious, okay? All of a sudden, out of nowhere, everything was going pretty well. I basically started to attract certain things not going very well, and I didn't realize what was happening. So some of the manifestations of this were my really nice camera that I used to film my YouTube videos with fell off of a cliff and broke. And it broke my really expensive and nice gimbal, and I lost over 2 months worth of videos that were stored on a fat, very high-end SD card in there. So this ended up happening, literally. And then I decided, okay, we'll just keep going, right? So then what ended up happening is then my computer broke. And then my phone screen that I was filming on with the little camera part got a crack in it out of nowhere. And then I was driving in my van on the way back to Sedona from Christmas vacation most recently. And I was driving, this is where it all came to me and I all realized it. I was driving behind this big truck. And it was weird. I had this thought. I thought, people get their windshields cracked all the time from rocks flying up from under trucks. I'm glad that's never happened to me. Less than 7 seconds later, a huge pebble shot up and broke my windshield. Now, why is it that me saying, I'm so glad that a rock hasn't broken my windshield before, attracted a rock to hit my windshield? It's because I'm an extremely powerful being, and my focus is fueled with my essence. See, I've learned a lot and been practicing over the last few years how to focus all of my energy into one specific place. So a lot of people find me to be very intense because whatever I'm looking at, I am really looking at it. When I'm passionate about something, it is my entire universe. Nothing else exists. So not everybody is like this, and a lot of people diversify their attention. I've managed to direct all of my attention to one place, and that's how I've been able to learn this, and that's why I want to share it with you. When I focused on the idea of a pebble hitting my window, even though I was saying, I don't want a pebble to hit my window, even though I was saying with gratitude, I'm so glad a pebble has never hit my window, we live in an inclusion-based reality. We live in an inclusion-based universe. So when you think about something, you are inviting it into your vibrational field. And your vibrational field will manifest experiences for it. It will bring you the essence of what you're putting out. Whatever vibration you're putting out to reality, it will come back to you. But you can't say no. So stop saying no. Stop trying to block things out. Stop saying you don't want something. If you don't want it, then just stop thinking about it. Stop giving it your energy and attention. Because if you're thinking about how you don't want something, you're still inviting that vibration into your vibration. Because everything is included. And it's actually pretty cool that we live in an inclusion-based reality because no matter what's happening or what you want in life, you can experience it. There is no roadblocks to anything. There are no stops. There's no stop signs. There is only go, go, go. Expand, expand, expand. More, more, more. So understand that the way that you're creating your reality, yes, it's via your thoughts, but more than that, it's via your focus. It's focus, deliberate focus. What are you focusing on? What are you giving your attention and energy to? And in what way? By thinking about not wanting something to happen, like, oh, I don't want to be late to work, you're going to hit every single red light because you included the vibration of being late to work in your field. So don't even include that vibration. Instead of thinking, I don't want to be late to work, you think, I want to burst in that door and have 20 minutes to myself before the shift starts. I want to say hi to everyone. I want my boss to see that I came here early. That's what you give your attention to. Don't give your attention to, I don't want any traffic. I don't want any red lights. I don't want any weird, unexpected things. Give your attention to, this is what I want. See, now this is something that we've been explaining and sharing here with our friends. And the reason for this is because this is the most powerful thing that we've discovered in terms of creating your reality. Your focus is everything. So it's interesting, there's all these different advertisements and road signs all over the place trying to get your attention. And understand that when you give your attention to anything, that's you giving it your power. Because it's not that it actually has your power. That never happens. Only what's happening is that you are using your power to include what it is that your attention is on in your vibrational field. So if you are like, why do I see McDonald's billboards everywhere? I hate McDonald's. It's so annoying, right? This is just a random example. If you see that and you're like, all of a sudden you start noticing McDonald's everywhere, everywhere. Every commercial when you watch something is McDonald's and you start seeing these billboards everywhere and you keep thinking, what the hell's wrong with McDonald's? Get out of my face, get out of my face. And it just comes more and more and more. And then your grandma gives you a McDonald's gift card for your birthday and you're like, what the hell? You're including it in your vibrational field. So the best way to create your reality in the way that you want it to be is to understand that by giving your attention to anything, you include it in your reality. So only give your attention and focus to things that you actually do want. Now, when we express this to people, many people we can feel, and many of our friends in our physical reality have asked us, why is it then that I can experience all this horrible things, even though I know that I'm a powerful being and I create my reality? Why do these things keep happening? How do I stop? Essentially, this is what they mean. How do I stop giving my attention to things that I don't want? How do I stop thinking about things that bother me? And we understand this because what happens when you think about something, and this is part of the inclusion-based reality we live in, it's meant to be easy for you. It's meant to be simple. It's meant to allow your power to translate through you profoundly. When you think about something, it attracts another thing that matches it, and another, and another, and another, until it's so big that you don't even have to try anymore. You can just go with it. It's so easy. That's why the poor get poorer and the rich get richer, because what you build in your reality becomes so big that you don't have to focus on it as much anymore because it's all around you. I don't have to focus on being in Sedona because Sedona is where I am. You see what I'm saying? So how do you start focusing on what you want when all that's around you is what you don't want? How do you stop seeing McDonald's billboards when they're all over in your face and it's painted on the wall in your room? Right? I'm sure you guys can understand where I'm really coming from with this and what we mean. So it's actually quite simple. Whatever you're thinking about gets bigger. It has what we refer to as momentum. So to slow that momentum, firstly, understand, don't get frustrated. If you know that you want to create a life of abundance and tons of wealth, and you start thinking, oh God, I'm afraid I'm not going to be able to pay my bills this month, you might notice that you catch yourself because you've been practicing awareness and you know you're powerful and you know you create your reality, and you say, oh God, I don't want to think about debt or problems right now because I know that's not going to attract the reality I want. Guess what? You just included it in your vibration still. So don't freak out. Don't try to stop thinking about it because, again, you can't say no. There is no such thing as no in this universe. There is only yes, and you say yes by directing your attention and focus. So if you start thinking about debt, for example, and financial stuff, and you have a financial struggle going on, understand clearly that the subject of money you've focused on in a certain way that has manifested a lot of financial problems in your life. So if you see them everywhere, we understand that it will be more challenging for you to focus truly on abundance with the essence that will actually attract it. Because when you think about having tons of wealth, you can't help but put the momentum of, but I don't currently have it, in the equation, right? So what you want to do is turn your attention towards things that are good in your life. Turn your attention towards things that do feel good. Like, for example, oh my gosh, I love my dog so much. I love him, I love him, I love him. I feel so good when I hang out with him. So if that's the case, if you start thinking about debt, don't start trying to stop thinking about debt. Just walk over to your dog and start thinking about your dog. See? If you really like a certain kind of music, for example, that makes you feel really good, if you start feeling some kind of negative interaction in your relationship and you're trying to manifest a more positive relationship, but it seems like your partner's always nagging at you, then what ends up happening is that's hard for you to get out of the momentum of. So instead, when some kind of conflict happens, you go back to focusing on the music, right? Focus on the music because it feels good. Now, what we mean by this is not pretend your problems don't exist. It's understand that the solution does exist right now in this moment. And it's the source of your power, the way you direct it. Because when you choose to stop thinking about the things that make you feel negative and you start focusing on the things that make you feel good, guess what happens? When you think a good feeling thought, 15 seconds later, another good feeling thought is attracted to you. And then another, and then another, and then another, and then another, and then another. And then you have this positive momentum going. And suddenly you're able to think about the subject of money feeling extremely abundant and wealthy. And suddenly you're able to come into your relationship problems feeling like they've already been solved and feeling so much love for yourself and your partner. Do you see this? So build positive momentum first, then approach the problem. Because if you come at your problem with the vibration of your problem, you won't be able to be the solution to it. You're only going to make it bigger. So the key is to tune into things that make your vibration feel better and you do feel good, and then do the things that are a struggle for you because you bring that good feeling energy into them. That's how you make the transformation. That's how you make the switch. Thanks. Much love.